What up, Dream Team? Caroline here with you today, and we are on day 14 of our Beachbody Coaching One-on-One Challenge group. And so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about social media. Now, social media is a very broad topic, but I want to talk to you about the things that I have found that are super duper important when it comes to social media. First of all, do not overwhelm yourself. Pick 1 to 2 forms of social media that you are going to do and you are going to commit to and go with that, okay? So hear me right now. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to do Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and a blog and just choose 1 or 2 things that you're going to really commit to. You're going to commit to learning, to mastering, to really just owning and being consistent in, and stick to that, okay? So that's all that you need to do. So I want you to hear that first and foremost, just to not get so overwhelmed. There is so much out there, okay? And there's constantly new apps. Now, if you're already focused on Facebook and Instagram and you see Periscope comes out and you're like, that's just really not for me, hear me. That is okay, okay? Don't feel like you have to do everything. Not every form of social media is going to make sense for your business. For me, I don't even touch Twitter. And honestly, I barely touch Facebook. I'm trying to get a little bit better about Facebook, but that's just not something I really enjoy. I kind of despise Facebook, to be completely honest with you. Instagram is much more creative and fun, and there's more strategy to it. And really on Facebook, it's kind of based on if you're going to spend money or not. So I'm not saying you shouldn't be present on Facebook. You absolutely should, but you shouldn't spend a chunk of your time on Facebook. I think Instagram is where people are going when they want to get a peek into your life, where they want to get value, where they want to see one thing and keep scrolling. Okay? So here's the deal. People on Instagram there's 2 types of people. They're either following a ton of people and they don't see your stuff, which is okay, or they are only following a few people who they really, really like. And so your stuff has to really, really stick out to them, okay? So for those of you who know me well, you know that, I'm pulling up my Instagram right now, you know that I am a huge fan of following people who are really good on Instagram that are not fitness coaches, that are not fitness anything. I think that we do a really bad job, and I'm not trying to call anybody out here, just in general. I think that a lot of people at Beachbody drink the juice. Yep, I said it. I love Shailene Johnson. Love her. Her info is so, so great. But guess what? Every single coach within Beachbody, when they want an Instagram Impact Academy or they want to learn how to use a certain form of social media, who they go to? Shailene. Now, do I think she's great and you can learn tons of stuff from her? Yes, absolutely. But you need to be looking outside of all the people that every other Beachbody coach is looking at. Be different. Be you. Okay? Don't try to do what everyone else is doing just because you think, oh, well, that's the right way to do it. So, that is one of my biggest things is, number 1, sticking to 1 to 2 forms of social media that you're going to be really good at and master, and then start to add things on there. And number 2, look at what other people are doing outside of fitness coaches and Shailene and all the other people that people in Beachbody are following, because that's how you'll stick out. And if you watch coaches who are really, really good at this business, they have their own brand name for themselves, okay? That is why, personally, I'm a huge fan of Amy Silverman. You know, do I agree with some of the stuff that she posts? Absolutely not. Do I agree with some of her thoughts? Nope, not at all. But do I think she's amazing at social media? Yes, absolutely. Because she is different than any other Beachbody coach, okay? She posts content that is very clear, it's very creative, the images are amazing. She puts a lot of time and effort into mastering Instagram, and she's not on a million other forms of social media. I don't even think she's touched Periscope yet, honestly. She focuses on Facebook and Instagram, and that's it. And she has an amazing business. In fact, she's like the second biggest business, or third third top coach or something like that, and she's like the biggest team. So she's doing awesome. And I used her as an example just because she kind of does things her own way. And I think that you've got to push yourself to look outside of what everyone else is doing and find where your creative kind of what's gonna stand out about your brand, and just kind of push yourself. I personally was very blessed to have formed a partnership with the Radiant Life blog. I will not go without saying that it has really helped my Instagram account. You know, they started their Instagram in February and they have like 18,000 followers. So that speaks for itself. So, you know, they are very consistent, very consistent. All of their images have the same underlining tones on the picture. And they bring great content. They're very inspirational and they make you want to know them, honestly. So I want to share with you, just show you theirs if you're not following them. The lighting is not the greatest on this. Okay, let me just see. All right, well, that's not really going to work out. But I want everyone to go follow the Radiant Life blog right now, okay? So scroll through their Instagram. You're going to see that they're very consistent. All of their pictures are very, very high quality for the most part. When they first started this Instagram, they took an Instagram course that they paid $100 for, that I am sharing with you guys for free, okay? So they gave me the link to this Instagram Academy, and they basically, I didn't know that it had cost them money when I first went through it, and I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't know this, and they're like, no, we're giving it to you, because if you have the link, it's all good. But here's the deal. I'm going to share the link with you guys, and I want for you to go through the videos, okay? Now, the first video at the very top is very overwhelming, okay? So just kind of work through the other videos in your own time, make it part of your personal development time. But here's the deal. If you want to grow your business and you want to grow your Instagram, you've got to start putting these things into practice, okay? You've got to think about the content you are posting. When I go hiking somewhere with Brian, or when I am, you know, in a really beautiful mural that I see, what do? I'm like, oh, I got to take a picture with that. What's the tie to my brand going to be? What am I going to post about it? I honestly have like a little Dropbox on my phone, and so I'll just put photos in there. If I see a cool photo on Instagram, I'll screenshot it and put it in there. And if you tag people in them, in the photo and in the comments, and say, you know, photo by whoever, like that's going to help you continue to get followers, because that's going to help you show up on people's Explore page. So you've got to learn the science. Yes, it is the science behind social media, and you have to find a way to make your Instagram high quality and good content and bring people value. Okay, so we talked about that yesterday, bring people value. So I want to back up really quick. Social media, number one rule, pick 1 to 2 things that you're going to be really good at and be really, 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 really good at them, okay? Like become a master at them. And if that's not going to be Instagram, that's okay. I personally love Instagram. If you want to become a master at Facebook or Twitter or Periscope, whatever you want to do, it's hard to get noticed on Periscope without having something else, by the way. But if you want to have some form of social media that's not Instagram, that's okay. Like, start with that. Become a master at Facebook. Like, all your friends have Facebook, so there's no point of you having Instagram. That's okay. But I'm telling you right now, you've got to become a master at that. You've got to find somebody who is doing it really, really, really right, and you've got to take a course from them on how to run your Instagram account. And if you don't want to take the course, that's okay, but you're going to have to put in the time and the effort to make it a really amazing Facebook page that people want to follow, okay? So how do I take good photos? Great question. Personally, my iPhone stinks. It's a 5 and it takes horrible photos. So I either use Brian's 6 or my GoPro. GoPro's awesome because it has an app, and then when you take a picture on the GoPro, you can automatically download the picture on the app. Like literally right then and there, picture, download, you've got this HD photo on your phone. So I love GoPros. If you don't have one, you can ask for one for Christmas, something like that. Or if you just need a camera, there's some cameras out there that are HD, but I would say just try and find some type of HD camera that you can use if you don't have an iPhone 6, or at least an iPhone 5 that takes good pictures. And one thing that I've learned is taking pictures, not the selfie side, so not like this and then flipping it, but actually taking them like if I was taking a picture of myself like this. So using that self-timer, getting some type of little cheap tripod for your phone if you need to, but that's going to give you much better photos that are not super blurry. Now, my favorite filters that I use, and sorry this video is getting a little long, so I've got some favorites. I use Afterlight, Camera Plus, WordSwag, Diptyque, D-I-P-T-I-C, Square Ready, PicFX, so it's P-I-C-F-X, Typic, T-Y-P-I-C. So those are probably my favorites. And if you're making a video, VidLab is really awesome. So those are some of my my thoughts on social media and why I think it's important for your business. I could seriously talk about this forever, but I want to leave you with the kind of final things of what, when you're thinking about social media, what you need to think about, okay? Number one, be really, really good at 1 to 2 things. Master them, become an expert of them, right? Number 2, make sure you are bringing your customer who is reading that Instagram post value. Number 3, be consistent, okay? Consistent does not mean perfection. Consistent means making a plan so that you will show up every single day, okay? And then number 4 is just having quality posts. And that kind of goes back to value, but also just making sure that you really put some time into it and you really think out what you are posting about. So, hope this video was helpful for you guys on social media and the importance of it in your business. Excited to talk more about some of these things over the next few days. Have a good one.